Welcome to DriverD Trains. Thanks for stopping by. I'm your host, DriverD. Our conductor and brakeman, Scratchy-C, is having one of those days. In my last video, I introduced you to the D-Saver, my 1-foot by 6-foot HO scale layout and switching puzzle app. If you haven't already seen that video, be sure to check it out. In this video, we'll run a full operating session on the layout, switching out cars from the industry and building our train, as I show you how you can enjoy hours of model railroading operations on a tiny 1-foot by 6-foot HO scale layout. In my next video, we'll look at creating some automations for our trains in DCC-EX, EX-Rail. In later videos, we'll look at some additional hardware projects for DCC-EX, including adding a second LCD and an OLED display to our command station, as well as some ways we can edit the EX-CommandStation software. Be sure to check this video's description for links to my other videos, including my video series on assembling a DCC-EX command station, and my series on using JMRI's Decoder Pro app to control our trains, as well as the various websites and products I mention here. Also, if you are enjoying the videos, please leave a comment and hit the like button. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel. An idling locomotive delivers no freight, so notch up that throttle and we'll make our first run. Switching operations on a 1-foot by 6-foot HO scale layout. Now that we've looked at the D-Saver layout, learned about its operation, seen how the D-Saver switching puzzle app works, and tried a practice run, let's do a full operating session on the layout. I heard they sent a rookie to make the last run. I hope they didn't leave us with too big a mess to clean up. We've just pulled in on the main line in Southern Pacific 7623, a GP40-2 with speed lettering, along with 3 boxcars at the front of our train. We'll be setting out one, a green Burlington Northern, at the first warehouse door. We'll be picking up a brown Herzog gondola from the freight yard track, and that dirty Frisco boxcar from the team track. We also need to relocate the blue ADM hopper from the warehouse to the freight yard to make room for the green BN we are dropping off. And finally, we need to put our train in order for our next stop. Sounds easy, right? Not a chance, Greenhorn. But let's get started. We'll work the upper warehouse siding first, but we need to get that blue ADM hopper out of the way, so we'll have to make some elbow room before we do anything else. We can start by sliding that dirty Frisco boxcar off the team track and onto the runaround. There. That should keep it out of the way for a bit. Now we can start shuffling our deck of cars. We don't want any jokers in this deck, so we'll need to pay attention to the order we place them in now so that they will all be in the proper order when we're done. We'll want to feed the green BN boxcar onto the upper siding first, followed by the red Santa Fe. So we'll load those two onto the lower spur in reverse order. Remember, we can only shove one car at a time onto that upper siding. So we'll use the yellow rail box as a handle, first for the red Santa Fe, and then for the green BN. All right, we played our first car from the deck. Now for the green BN. Great. Now let's ditch the rail box and go grab that blue ADM hopper. Once we have a place to park the blue ADM hopper, we can load the upper siding with cars and clear the main. So we'll put the rail box back where it started, then back into the upper spur to grab the blue ADM. Got it. Now we'll pull it off the spur and back it up on the main to the rail box we just got rid of. Be sure to shove those side door pullmans back so we clear the switch. Okay, now let's start feeding the upper spur. Green BN first. Let's bring the Santa Fe along part way to save some time. Why are you working so hard trying to get it just right? We're going to have to move it in a few minutes anyway. Okay, let's go back for the red Santa Fe. Easy, Hotfoot. Okay, back it in. Just leave it here by the switch. Now, we'll want to grab the yellow rail box, but it's behind the blue ADM hopper. Tell you what, let's shove that dirty Frisco boxcar back onto the team track, then spot the blue ADM in front of it on the switch. That way we can grab the rail box and be in position for our next move. Take the runaround and back up to that rust pile. All right, shove it back there. Great. It didn't crumble under its own weight. Now we'll use the runaround to get back on the main and go grab that hopper. Now we'll clear it off the main. Again, we can bring a boxcar partway along for the ride. We'll just leave it here before we foul the switch. Now we can park that hopper on the switch in front of that dirty Frisco boxcar. Now we can shuffle that yellow rail box onto the upper spur with the red Santa Fe and the green BN, and the main will be clear. I've been working on the railroad all the livelong day. Okay, enough musical review. Back that economy sleeper up to its mates and clear the switch. We'll have to reposition that green BN back at the warehouse door again later. Now we'll use the blue ADM as a handle to pull that Frisco boxcar off the team track and couple it up to the rest of our train parked on the main just east of the industry. I think there are a couple dozen more cars hanging out back there if you just squint. Hey, we've got another car properly spotted in the train. Good job, Roughnecks. Next, we'll slide that blue ADM hopper onto the lower siding and pull it onto the runaround so we can shove it onto the freight yard track. This never gets old, does it? Whoa there, watch the bumper. Okay, once more onto the runaround. I've been working on the railroad just to pass the time away. What was I saying? Okay, park the blue ADM on the runaround and we'll circle up and couple on behind. Then we'll shove it onto the freight yard spur on the west end of the industry. Again, we'll use it as a handle, this time to grab the brown Herzog gondola. We'll shove that gondola onto the main and then put the hopper in its place on the freight yard track. That's another car put to bed. So easy, a trained monkey could do it. You want a banana? Okay, now we do the runaround again, this time with the brown Herzog gondola, which we will couple up to the train in front of the Frisco boxcar. Back across the lower siding, take the runaround and grab that gon. pull it down the main until we clear the switch. Then it's back around the runaround and back up to the gone. Gently now, hotshot. Couple it up to the Frisco. There's another car done. Now we just need to pull the red and yellow boxcars off the upper siding and make sure the green BN is parked in the correct spot. You know the drill. One at a time. But first, we'll grab the lot and spot that green BN back at the loading bay. That's 4 down. Next, we'll uncouple from the BN and spot the red Santa Fe by the switch. Okay, time to deal the yellow rail box from our hand. Easy there. 5 cars down, full house. Oh, but not quite. One more to go. Hey, slow down, Glory Hunter. We don't need any busted knuckles. All right, that's the last one. We'll make sure everything is coupled up properly, connect the airlines, and charge up the brake pipe. Once we get the clear signal, we can sound the horn and roll on out. All aboard! What's next? Creating automations in DCC-EX, EX-Rail. Well, we've seen the D-Saver for real this time. That was about a 30-minute run. Each run on the D-Saver is different. I've done this over 100 times and it never gets old. It looks like UP will be making the next run, bringing in 4 cars, setting out 3, and taking the blue ADM hopper with it. Looks like that green BN we spent so much time spotting at the warehouse needs to be moved to the freight yard. But save all that for another day. In my next video, we'll look at how to set up some automations in DCC-EX, EX-Rail to help us run our trains. We'll start with the example I use to drive the train off the layout each time I complete an operating session on the D-Saver. After that, we'll look at some other ways to modify the DCC-EX, EX-CommandStation software. Then we'll learn how to add a second LCD and an OLED display to our DCC-EX command station. But it's break time, so we'll tie up here and grab some beans. I might even catch me some shut-eye.
That is correct. So track 1 located at 1733-1733 SCT, over. Thank you, dispatch out.
Until then, thanks for watching. Don't worry, Scratchy. Yes, it's okay. I've had days like that too. All aboard!